And welcome back, everyone, to Greenbox Gaming Plays Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. Joe here. Again, last time this session that we recorded went really long because things got pretty wild, and we didn't want to stop. We wanted to get to a good spot. So we're going to continue on where we left off from last session, and let's get right back into the action. So the boat careens after the whale. No, you continue to dive, but as this happens, and you see that behind this whale is this swarm of these things that seem to be following after it. And as you are just about to dive down, and just as safety seems at your fingertips, you see two of these creatures that are winding in and out of each other, flying, swimming after this thing, deviate and begin to beeline toward the boat.
Fuck.
No.
They're like waxy bat jellyfishes or something?
They seem to have this bat-like form to them, but their wings are not in the same place every second. Like they're molding and shifting. But in them, you definitely detect a large set of jaws.
Oh no.
Goose, get your gun ready. And Hank will like...
I ain't got a gun, all I got's an axe.
Shit.
So unless I'm mistaken, the turn order is Hank, Benedict, Busiak. Am I correct?
I'm not sure. Dexterity, right?
Hank has a dex of 14.
Dexterity.
I'm
Okay.
12.
And I am 10.
Cool.
All right. So, Hank, you guys are pretty mortified to see these things sweep down and maybe make like 2 good laps around the boat. Not necessarily around it horizontally as like a bird, but like they actually go around and under the boat and like swimming like all around you. What do you think? Where is everyone right now? Where is everyone and what is everyone doing?
Boost would be just like in the middle of the ship with his axe in his hand, just kind of like paranoidly looking around. He's like, symbiotic parasites. Why'd it have to be symbiotic parasites?
It's a real specific gripe. I'm just imagining Busiak like on one of those like safari tours, and he sees those little birds that eat the stuff off of a rhino. He just like, ugh.
Symbiotic parasite.
Fucking hate him. Gives me the creeps. The codependency makes me want to barf.
Why'd it have to be aquatic flavored eldritch symbiotic parasites?
That's a big mouthful. I can see why they didn't include that in the Indiana Jones final cut. Okay, so where is it? So Busiak is standing there with his axe. What about Benedict?
Benedict was probably in the front of the boat, maybe like just idly lying down.
Are you armed?
I think I've got a bunch of stuff on me. I had army helmet, I had flashbang, I had M4 pistol, I had a bunch of stuff. And we picked up the Caucasian shotgun from Benji.
What is Benedict wielding at this moment?
Probably heavy pistol on his side.
Okay. And Hank is
Hank's
locked
got
loaded.
the M4, but can he throw Busiak his sidearm?
I could have swore you were about to say, can I throw Busiak overboard?
Hank hands the sign. He's like, you aim and pull the trigger.
You got it, boss.
Okay, so Busiak, so we need to remember that Busiak has that now, if that's going to be the thing.
Okay, is it a heavy pistol?
Heavy pistol. All right.
How's
roll
Busiak's
some-
firearms? Just out of curiosity.
If you had to give it a
great.
number.
Arbitrarily, I'd say it's a 20.
Cool. Lowest.
Don't point it that way. Away from your head.
He sticks it in his mouth. Let's see. Let me roll 2 dice here real quick. Okay. All right. So, at this point in time, as these things begin to like flow around you or like fly around you see that they are a weird combination. Again, like their form doesn't seem to have a single fixed thing. Sometimes their wings look leathery, other times they look almost like chitinous, like some type of bug. And they have jaws that kind of appear and disappear and reappear somewhere else in the moment. But in the midst of all of it are 2 tiny pinpricks that stand out in the dark fog that are like a pale, but simultaneously pale, but bright golden yellow color. And you can tell that they are circling and looking at you hungrily. So, at this, so the first attack is one of these things is going to sweep down at old Hank Ellis. Let's see what happens here as this thing attempts to come down. And what do we think? I think it's going to come down. It's going to take like almost like it like sweeps one of these wings at you, and as it does, almost like a clawed barb appears at the last second as it flies past Hank and sweeps at him with this attack. But Hank, it does not connect. The second one comes for Busiek. Let's see if this connects. Same thing. A 6. That one does connect.
That was a 1d20 though.
Busiek, would you like to attempt?
That was a 1d20.
Was that a 20?
Yeah.
So you're saying that shouldn't
pull
hit,
up fast
is
one.
what you're saying?
No, isn't it a 1d100? You rude. So rude.
That one also fails. Neither of they connect as they swing around you, and you guys are still moving downwards. You guys are still moving down into the darkness. We're up to Hank. Hank, what would you like to do? Would you like to negotiate with these entities?
So what did you say was flying around them? Grab the face again? Or is that what you were doing earlier?
What do you mean?
The pinpricks? Are you asking about the light?
I thought you said, the light.
It's like these pinpricks of light that appear to be their eyes.
Looks like targets to me.
Yeah,
and again, even the face, even the eyes seem to disappear one place and reappear another, as if they're scanning all around them all the time.
What's the mechanic for like a crack shot? Or is that
a crack shot?
Call your shot.
A called shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a called shot is you take a 20% penalty to basically hit a certain spot and do something.
Is it an auto crit, or is that a different game?
Different game. I think that is part. So actually, that is part of the rules that we can do. You can do an auto crit, or no, sorry, not auto crit. There are 2 variations of the rule. One is which you avoid all of the target's armor, and the other is you can like basically do something special if you want to like hit a leg, hit a wing, that kind of thing.
I'm just gonna try a normal firearm shot and see if that works before I try this.
All right.
Specifically for this eye area.
What we got? We got a success. All right.
262.
So we're gonna need some damage then as Hank strikes out this thing. Let's see what kind of.
Ooh,
7.
Not bad.
Ooh, that is good damage on that. Yeah, with your M4, you do 7 damage, and this might be like more than one shot. And what does Hank look like? Like, how is Hank doing this?
I think he's pretty steady right now. Even though they're kind of weird, but he's like, he's steady. He's taking his time and just like firing at the closest one.
Right. Maybe you let one of them get to the end of one of these sweeping arcs, and as it slows down to like make a turn, you just blam. You just give it 3.
Find out the speed and kind of lead it a little bit and fire. You
see this thing, these holes appear in this thing, and this shriek goes out as it like pulls off to the side. It still does not. It appears to still be coming.
But it looks like it hurt it a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got it. Benedict.
Is the big whale creature still in view?
The big whale creature, you might be able to see its shadow, but it's in the distance now. Yeah. It appears to be moving off in a different direction.
Okay. Hank, I don't like this. I really don't like this. and he will put on the army
And that is
helmet.
Benedict's turn. All right, how about Busiak?
Put on the army
done.
helmet from our live bait encounter, and he's gonna try take a shot with a heavy pistol.
Okay. You aim down. Are you going to aim at the same one or a different one?
Same one. I got a.
Does not matter.
I got
Wait a second.
13. Yeah, that's odd.
No, that should succeed. For some reason, it's displaying as a failure. You hit. So go ahead and give me your damage for your heavy pistol. I believe it is a D10. No, it's a D12 as
I've
well.
got a 1d12.
Yep. Give me a D12. Let's see what happens here.
That's a 5.
Did you say it's the same one or a different one?
Same one. Hank, I got him! Hank, I think it's the first thing I've shot!
Successfully.
Haha, you're natural.
Maybe and it's like, and maybe this thing is coming towards you, Benedict, and like it's coming at you, and you see this jaw open up just in the center of the body, with
It
teeth
closes
that
its
look like they're
eyes.
made of individual bones.
And
You
fires.
close your eyes and pull the trigger. Blam, 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 and this thing seems to almost like it, like the bullets hit it, and it's like I said, it's almost like partially liquid, like melted wax, as it just like blam and like expands and explodes and goes all around you. But none of it, maybe even some of it does kind of hit you in the face. You've got a little bit on your mouth.
Candle
now.
wax.
It's disgusting. And it seems to fall down back behind you, and you see the creature kind of reform, but you hear this pain shriek as it darts off into the fog.
Everybody shoots their guns in the air, yells, ah!
Yeehaw!
Busiak.
So there's one still left, right?
Yes, and it is swimming around and like flying around.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I got a 20 in firearms, but I have a 40 in... Oh, wait. I was looking at the wrong stat. What's my melee? And I have a 30 in melee weapons. I could try to hit with an axe if it gets close enough. Does it get close enough?
I would say that if you want to get yourself in a place where the next time it comes close or tries to attack one of you guys, I'll let you attack it first. If you want to do that.
That's cool.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Strategically
Oh well, that
position
just the way that the turns works out. That works perfectly anyway. I don't even know why I said that. That was a waste of breath. So yeah, as it comes in for one of these sweeping attacks on one of you guys, let me actually see something here. Let me see who it's going to come for. It's actually coming for you, Boos. It again is coming up and like in one of these big wings, and actually even better. It looks like it's coming in. If you didn't know better, you'd say this thing's about to come in for a landing. And so go ahead and roll me your attack roll. Let's see how well you do.
Okay. Fuck. Failure. 53 over 30.
Boos, you attempt to swing at this thing as it flies over the top of you and makes contact with the boat itself. It actually, at one point in time, it scutters around. It kind of like hits the hull or hits like, you know, the inside of the boat and then slides and actually slides around the bottom side of the boat like a weird skittering spider, but then pops back up on the other side. And it is going to attempt to bite you, Busiak, as these big jaws appear on its front, on the front side toward you. That is a 33, which, my friends,
Is that a crit?
is a critical fail.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's a fail.
Wait, really?
A critical failure for this thing to attack you
Okay.
with its bite.
What does that mean?
Well, what does that mean, everyone? I think we can all appreciate that Joe needs to turn to where this is described.
So did it fail or did we fail?
It failed.
Ah.
It failed, and I apologize for taking this time. I should know the rules better.
Baffled. Either I think just probably nothing happens.
gonna bite its lip.
But it might be different in Delta
It's gonna
Green.
bite its own lip and shriek with horror.
It
We're gonna
has a nightmare of its teeth falling out.
We're gonna say that it falls and maybe there is or maybe even the rope that Busiak had or something that was there. Maybe as it sweeps down and as it lands, it becomes entangled in some of the garbage that is there, and it's now partially partially mixed up, partially entangled in an old piece of netting. I mean, that would be in a boat,
And
right?
Furbies.
And the mountain of clockwork Furbies that Busiak has been constantly.
They'll be worth
pulling in.
something one day.
It gazes into the dead eyes of the Furby and is temporarily
Stunned.
shaken.
Right. So it is essentially in a position that is negatively affecting it for this next few attacks. Hank, what would you like to do? Negotiate?
Stick my weapon down its gullet and pull the trigger till it goes click.
Until it goes click.
That was so intense.
All right, so you would like to... I will remind you that you do actually have the option to do a 3-round burst attack, which gives you an opportunity to do some... what's that called? The automatic destruction damage. There's a word for it. Lethality damage.
Lethality.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. I just remind you that you have selective fire. You have the option to do a 3-round burst, which would hurt this thing more. So go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
First.
Oh, and I will say you can take a plus 20. This thing is here on the ground, a combination of it being all mixed up in this net and it being close to you.
Okay, do the D100, 100 first, you said?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your D100. And this is gonna...
Damn.
An 82. Okay, so the way lethality damage works, as we have talked about in the past, is you roll a D100. If you meet your lethality rating, you automatically destroy whatever the thing is, assuming it can be destroyed. Not everything can. This is, you rolled an 82, so normally we would take those two and we would combine them into a 10.
Oh.
But I'm looking at something here. Little peek behind the screen here. Oh, and I should have applied this to the other one, now that I think about it. Oh, no, it'd have been fine. Little peek behind the screen here at the stat block on this particular entity. Any attack on a night flyer that rolls an even number for damage inflicts only 1.
Oh.
Damn it.
That is why.
Wait. But that wasn't a damage
It has
roll. That was an aiming roll, wasn't it?
But
Well, I guess
is,
it's
but is the
different.
damage
Is it the damage?
10.
Okay.
So, because it has a trait called ever shifting, it is difficult to damage.
Wow.
So, Hank, you load a 3-round burst in this thing, and you feel like it should have done more if it hadn't been some freakish creature. Let's get to Benedict. What does Benedict want to do?
Benedict sees Hank switch to burst fire mode, and he takes his heavy pistol and switches to burst fire, and attempts to burst fire mode with the heavy pistol into the night flyer.
No.
In burst fire mode.
In burst fire.
In burst fire. You do not have a 3-round burst on your pistol,
Okay.
I'm afraid.
I do in fact still have a flashbang, so I'm going to go. How big is this boat?
The expression on Joe's face just then.
How big is this boat, Joe? Answer the question.
It's about 10 meters long.
Oh, you're cheating. You're looking at the blast radius of the flashbang.
I didn't. I will now.
It's 10 meters. All right.
Let's see here.
Benedict decides against throwing a flashbang at the night flyer.
No. This is happening. The creature reaches out and pulls the pin of the flashbang grenade.
And eats it. All right, just a heavy pistol then. He'll try again.
Okay, give me your damn attack.
That's a 67.
That's a failure. Busiek. Oh wait, plus give yourself a 20 on that. Would you have passed? With a 47?
My firearms is terrible. No, it's a 22.
Okay.
Is your... Oh, never mind.
Busiek.
So, will Boost also get a plus 20?
He will.
Alright, I'm gonna do firearms this time. Use a heavy pistol.
Failure 42. Wait.
It didn't automatically... It didn't give me the option to add the plus 20.
Oh, that's solid.
Yeah, but you still rolled a 42. So
So it would have been a 22.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Fuck. Okay. Missed it by 2.
missed it by 2. You guys are not having a good time.
Nope.
This thing it's going to kind of free itself from this, this thing that's dealing with, and it is going to reach out and it is going to attempt to bite another one of you guys with these jaws. Again, Busiek. So let's
Fucking
roll
symbiotic
the roll.
parasites. This is why I hate them.
He rolls another 60. Does not hit you. Hank,
Gonna do
what
the
do you
same thing.
do?
Automatic. So 1d100.
Yep, roll your D100. 69.
Nice.
Nice.
That's an odd number. So
Yes, it is. So, you are going to... Oh, wait a second. I want to make sure I'm getting the rules right on the fucking... speak amongst yourself real quick.
so
Other word happened.
Night flyers, eh?
great.
Oh, okay. We've been doing it wrong.
That's the worst. Legendarily bad band.
Night flyers. Right, so we've been doing it wrong. So you have to roll first to hit.
That's what I was.
So,
That's what I was thinking.
so you roll first to hit, and then you roll the lethality rating. So you again miss.
But I didn't roll to hit.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
Okay.
okay. Benedict.
But do I roll to hit first?
No, you rolled to hit. That was your roll to hit. You missed.
But I didn't click firearms. I just
That was your
rolled
D100 was your roll to hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Pardon me if I'm making this confusing. So you got a 69, which is good fun. We can all agree, but you failed to hit. So Benedict,
Can Benedict try and...
a flashbang grenade. I am
He's got something.
I'm hoping to God that at the very end
I'm
of
back.
everything,
I was just getting back.
I'm hoping that at the very end of everything, once you guys kill the King in Yellow and rescue Abigail and everything's hunky-dory and you guys become the presidents and everything, I hope that Benedict finally has an opportunity to use his flashbang grenade.
I will just be in my room with my pigeon, and he's just gonna be like, "It's time."
staring directly at it.
That's his only epilogue. That's the only scene.
It's time. What's Papua New Guinea?
It's the
Witness
happiest
me.
ending. It's the happiest ending. I think he's just gonna try again with a heavy pistol. He doesn't have much else.
All right, give me the roll.
Unless there's a tactical shotgun around here, isn't there?
There is a shotgun. I would say if you wanted to get a shotgun instead of a pistol, you would need to give up a turn.
No, then heavy pistol. Hank, watch me! I'm gonna do it again.
Watch me, Hank.
And he got a 23,
23, which is a
which
success.
would be a 3.
Okay. Go ahead and then roll me your d12 for your damage.
All right.
That's a 2.
That is a 1.
Which is an even number. Which is a
That is a 1.
God, that sucks.
All right.
It's
This thing is
such a
Busiek.
load to hit. And man, you know what, Arc Dream? I got words with you on this rule for this beast. This is like the equivalent of
It's a 1 and 2.
anyway. Okay.
Go ahead.
We don't get any bonuses anymore, so
Nope.
fuck it. I'm just doing firearms again. Is there any out of the box thing we can do?
Use the axe.
Psychotherapy.
I keep asking you
okay.
if you want to negotiate
Tell us
with this
about your
thing,
mother.
and I keep getting a big fat no.
Can you tell me what the damage is for an axe? I tried to find it, and I
For a
couldn't.
fire axe, we might have to just use these stats for something else that is bladed and deadly. I think we can all agree that
Chanted sword.
Kitchen
we're
knife.
gonna go. We're gonna say it is more. I think we can all agree that a fire axe is more impressive than a wood axe, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so
Definitely.
we're gonna give you a D12 of damage.
Okay, in that case, I'll definitely go with melee.
Okay,
The
make it happen.
10% better chance to hit.
Failure.
74. Yeah, that's... Wow.
Ish.
Oh, I know, guys, I know what it is. Joe, what sex is this creature?
It's a you got it. It's a male. That's why you guys are having such a hard time. You guys are only good at fighting women.
It's not
remember?
made for this.
Oh, right. That's the joke.
Well, that was actually
No, we're
that was
bad.
the previous group. I don't
Yes.
know about
Oh,
Lucia.
okay. Pardon me. I'm gonna say so. Everyone, give me alertness checks.
Success for Hank.
Failure.
And success for Bruce.
This thing runs and dives off the side, and it appears to be about to make another attack run on you guys as it is sweeping down and around. You think that it was starting to get a little claustrophobic with all you guys around, and you and Busiek and Hank realize now that as you've been fighting, your rate of descent down toward the city has been increasing, and that you are now falling at a pretty good click. You are getting down there quick, and you're realizing now that you can almost start to make out the tops of buildings. You are falling quickly to the city below.
Heal yourself, Benedict. Slow down.
So slow it down.
I don't know how, but he will try and think about.
Give me a
slowing down the
power
ship.
roll for
good
Benedict.
use of
Oh, actually, let
power
me rephrase that. Do you want to use Benedict's turn to attack or to roll a power roll? And you already rolled it, so I'm
I'll
inclined to.
use-
Yeah.
I just didn't know the rules before I pushed that
Pardon
button,
me.
but I probably would have made the same choices.
Fair. This thing is going to swing around and is going to make another attack at you guys. It is this time going to attack for Benedict. It is going to make one of these sweeping attacks, one of these spikes at the end of its wings. It rolls another critical failure. A 99.
Wow. This is the
Furbies in
This
its
is-
mouth.
lamest combat. We're all just...
This thing,
messing.
this thing, as you guys are like, this thing seems to get like maybe you guys hit one of these weird currents, and this thing actually slams into the side of the boat, almost rocking you guys over. It's going to take a little bit of damage. We're going to give it that damage there
Yeah, eat my boat, mother.
as it slams into the side of the
Flyer.
boat. It takes a good chunk of damage as like it's like just the immense force with which it strikes the side of this boat. And keep in mind, guys, this entity, this thing, is the size of a horse. This thing is massive compared to a person. But it seems to be having trouble keeping up with you guys as you are falling quickly. Benedict tries to focus and slow their descent down to no avail. Hank, your turn.
Normal firearm.
All right, give me a roll.
That's
That's a success. Roll me
Six, I
a
mean.
damage.
Okay. Go 6.
So that is an even number.
my God.
I noticed.
Oh,
This is so fucking...
but is it?
Busiek.
like- The game designer's like, how can we grind a combat to a halt? And then one dude was like, Eureka!
Busiek, what do you do?
We're chipping away.
So I've got an idea. You said that as Benedict sort of loses control of the ship, it was hard for the creature to keep up with us.
Correct.
Can I do an unarmed to sort of grapple the creature? Well, it's fucking horse size.
It's huge.
Yeah. I just
Wow.
want to
Bold.
So it's at the edge of the boat. Can I push it over?
It's like detached again from the boat, and like it just like smashed into the side of the boat. Hank just shot it. Like, what do you want to do? You tell me what you want to do, and let's come to a solution.
I want to try to get it out of the boat so we can leave it behind. If we're speeding up and it can only fly so far.
Roll me a luck check.
Okay.
You want a 50 or below.
One luck check coming up hot. What is that?
Maybe that piece of netting that was there, like you,
God
like
damn it.
you pick it up in like an attempt to like, oh, maybe I can throw this at it and like fuck the creature up. You see now the creature has almost torn it completely asunder. Before, you do see now there is like a small keg, like a small barrel there, or maybe like a small wooden box at your feet, and you think that maybe if you throw it and make contact, you might be able to slow the creature down. You don't think it's going to do any damage.
Okay, was that my turn or can I attack?
No, you can do one of those things. You can either attack or throw something at this thing to attempt to slow it down.
I'm going to attack with an axe.
All right, it flies by,
And a failure.
and you miss.
Wow.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. All right, it is going to make one more attack. You guys are now to the point where not only can you see the tops of buildings and make out what might be on the top, you can actually make out now that there appear to be, maybe you see a sudden flash, right, on one of the streets as some type of explosion goes off in the streets into the side of a building, and you watch a building, the facade, street-facing facade of a building crumble as you guys are hurtling down towards the ground. Something is going on the ground, and you're now close enough to make it out. It's going to make another one of these swinging attacks toward Benedict. It fails. Hank, what would you like to do?
Shoot.
It's just like some Three Stooges shit.
Failure.
baby.
Hank fails. Blam, 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 blam. Up into the air. Benedict, what does Benedict do?
We're all just freaking
Benedict
out.
tries to get us to land, and he fails
does
too.
not. He fails
going
his
on?
power. Busiak, what does Busiak do?
Do a melee strike.
Melee strike.
Oh,
Success.
Whoa.
Success!
Roll your
Holy
D12
shit.
of damage.
All right.
And then the D12,
It's going to be even for
1
sure.
and 2.
It's
It's a
even.
6.
We're just hacking away at this thing. It's like gonna be nothing.
Little slices coming off of it.
Oh god. All right.
At this point, it's like full on insanity. We're all just freaking out and losing our shit.
Like you said, it's like Three Stooges, like boop, boom, bump, boom.
Hank, what do you do? Oh wait, no, this thing has to attack.
Yeah.
It's going to attack one of you guys. Which one is it's going to be? It's going to be Benedict again. It attacks Benedict. It hits.
Oh, okay.
It gets a
no,
it gets
that's
a-
not good.
Could be bad.
It hits a
happy.
strike on the
Yeah.
driver, which we all know is just fine. It leaps upon you, Benedict, and pins you to
While
the
Benedict
ground.
is like he's holding his head, like focusing really hard, like
Yeah. It is over you, Benedict.
Just
It
gets
like
pounced
sweeps and like gets in these like hooks into you and is now on top of you. It does 2
No!
damage.
Damn.
Hank, what would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna call a shot.
A
Shoot
full
for the
round
side.
burst.
I'm gonna try to
While
call a
it's on top of
shot
Hank, or top
right
of him.
in the glowing spot of its eye if I can track it.
All right.
So
I will
one-
say, because it's on Benedict, I will give you a plus 20 for its proximity for the fact that it's currently engaged. Well, actually,
please don't fumble.
if you fumble, I would like
I'm
to
gonna
let you
get
know that if you were to do that, that's gonna be a bad day.
Bad times.
Actually, unless I'm mistaken. No, go ahead. Don't fuck it up.
a 100.
Roll a d100. You're at an even. keel because it's so close. Is that a pass or a fail?
For what?
What's your firearm skill?
62.
You hit?
Nice.
What's your called shot? Like, what do you want to do?
I want to aim for this like eye that keeps appearing and disappearing.
Oh, if you do a headshot, that's an auto crit. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, go ahead. So you are able to, as this thing, you see these jaws on top of Benedict. Its jaws open and kind of roar at Benedict, and then you see the eyes kind of shift and appear, looking directly at you as you raise the barrel up.
1d12.
1d12.
Say, you ugly son of a boom. 4.
4 damage. All 4 go through. All 4 go through as you strike this thing in its quote-unquote face.
Okay.
Alright, so didn't neutralize the damage.
It reels back and falls off the side of the boat, screeching and parts of it falling off, and it kind of like opens up into almost like a parachute and just whoom, flies up as you guys are flying down. Benedict, if you don't make this happen right now, things are going to get very, very complicated very quick as you are hurtling towards the cobblestone streets.
Oh, no pressure. Power roll. Oh! That is a fumble.
That is a fumble.
Holy shit.
I would like to double down and push this.
You're going to push it?
Are you
prepared for
What are our
Are you
pushing
prepared
rules?
for me to double fuck you?
I am prepared for a triple fuck on account of my willpower being quite low. My hit points being quite low.
Yes. What is
It's
your willpower
all
at?
or nothing, baby.
What's your willpower at?
It's at 4.
Ooh. If you roll a 4 right now, you'll go unconscious.
High stakes. I love it.
Alright, how do I do this?
Roll a
What am I rolling?
D4. What's gonna happen?
Holy shit, he rolled a 4. He rolled a fucking 4.
Jeez.
Yes!
Yikes.
Oh no.
He's all
It was a fumble, this, guys.
Oh my god.
Those are happy tears
Okay.
from Joe.
All right. Okay, so this is our house rule, right? So
bad.
we need to decide here, and I need you guys to be cool. He lost that willpower in order to do this roll.
Yeah.
Does he still get to do the roll?
I think, because
I
that's
tend
the whole
towards
point.
yes.
I mean,
That's the whole point.
could
I
no
mean,
be.
effort, no.
That he has to expend the willpower, and he pushes himself beyond his limit in order to attempt to stop the boat.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes.
And then goes unconscious.
To save everybody. To be clear, to save everyone.
To be clear,
this.
Benedict is the
To
hero
be the
we
hero.
need right now.
Yes, and nobody wanted.
we
And
need
nobody
and the
wants
ones and the one we deserve. Both.
So can I roll the power roll, and then we'll figure out the consequence of losing all my willpower?
So roll that power roll. Do not fail this. You have any jokins? You want to burn a jokin while you're at it?
I've got none done.
Yes!
No! That's a fail.
Oh my god.
Oh
My god. That is brutal.
Ooh. You see, I have
Down in flames.
I simply have no choice. Like I want to help you guys. I want to help you so bad, and I just
The dice did
and you
not.
just don't let me. You did this. You did this.
This is a clusterfuck of epic proportions.
This is bad. This is bad.
What do you guys think the fall damage rules are in a game like Delta Green?
Well, I fucking hope lethality
Okay.
isn't involved.
And I want to check the version of lethality that applies to fog. Floaty fog.
Floaty fog. So about this point, Benedict is this thing just got blasted off. And let's say like the reason that this was so overwhelming, Benedict, is because like you literally have like the viscera from this thing all over you. It just blasted off. And
Just got bitten.
yeah, you just got bitten. You're like this thing like latched into you. You're bleeding. Benedict, you have lost everything. There is no port in this storm for you to have. Life is hell and chaotic. You have lost your shit. And I imagine that there's probably a moment here where Benedict, you guys are coming down at a pretty good click. And then you break through out of the fog into open air.
Oh shit.
You are no longer floating
Oh, no.
and sinking quickly. You are now in free fall. Benedict, as this happens, Benedict, in the one last ditch effort to control what's going on, he tries to extend himself. You guys see him grab the edge of the boat and look over. And as he does, some type of piece of detritus that is also falling from the fog down towards the city is falling slower than you. And you watch Benedict look over the side just in time to be smacked directly in the forehead by some piece of debris, and he falls back, blam, just
Like
straight
headbutt.
back.
A post on a porch.
Just like a post on a porch that makes you just a little bit better at all the things that you were before.
Hank looks at Busiak. He's like, "This is gonna hurt."
Oh fuck.
So,
How far away are we from the ground? What are we doing? Are we in combat? Do we have reaction times?
you are plummeting, and you have an opportunity here to attempt to do something. I would say that if you want to attempt to decrease the amount of damage that which you are about to take, you may do so with a dexterity check.
All right.
I will note that you now have an
Probably not gonna be able to
unconscious
take that
companion
chance.
who will not have that opportunity.
How, in what way could we use a dex check to minimize the falling damage?
Perhaps you can actually, because you're picking up speed as the boat is falling now in open air, you might be able to actually jump to one of the buildings and therefore kind of decrease your distance that you're actually falling, right? And you see now that there are these buildings that look to have been like blasted apart, and maybe there isn't even just one moment where you hear the rattle of machine gun fire in the distance as you guys are falling.
This is some action hero bullshit.
Yeah. Well, what?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Boost is gonna grab Benedict and can I do an athletics?
I was gonna do the same thing if you weren't gonna do it, but I was gonna. Go ahead. You go ahead. And what are you?
If I can use athletics, which I think probably is appropriate in this situation. I mean, what is jumping off of a falling ship onto a building if not athletics? Am I right? The age-old question.
If not, at the age-old question, you know, they've been telling stories and rhymes about that tale and that question, that deep philosophical question, since man has first, you know, looked up at the night sky and wondered what he was
Yeah,
or
it's
where
one
he
of them
was.
cave stories.
Right. It's right there. So let's look at athletics real quick. Athletics to use this to get the most out of your strength and dexterity, to outrun, to jump, to climb, to land safely,
Oh,
to hit
There you go.
hit a target with something thrown, or to catch something without warning. But you want to pick Benedict up with you.
Yeah, which would definitely give me a negative.
I'm gonna say if you want to do that, I think I'm gonna have to give you a negative 40
That probably sounds right.
Oof.
to pick up an unconscious person. Keep in mind, we're all talking about this. This is gonna happen in a series of a few seconds in the world. What are you gonna do, Boos?
Is there any scenario in which Hank and I could work together?
We know, and technically Hank would go first because he has the higher dex score. So,
True.
I guess it's up to Hank.
How's Benedict looking health-wise? I mean, obviously he's knocked out.
Oh, great. He's on a 5.
Oh.
And I think the full damage is, a 1d10 if it's concrete?
Don't worry about that right this second.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to take
I'm
the spotlight away from Luciak.
No, by all means. If you, I mean,
No,
it's
I
the
feel
same
like
goal.
higher
Like,
chances
we're trying
of
to do the
survival.
Well,
same
what
thing.
I was going to suggest is Hank doesn't want to lose another person he's close to. And
So
was
he
gonna,
pushes Busiak off to slow you guys down.
It's like bailing, getting rid of the weight.
Hank was going to sacrifice his own dex roll and maybe be able to make a strength roll to apply to Benedict, like shelter Benedict from the fall. And
Man.
maybe he takes the full blunt, like sacrifice the dex roll and give Benedict a
Interesting.
roll instead of him, basically.
That is a heroic. You know what? That's what a leader would
That's
do.
some hero shit.
You know, that's what the one who's in charge of this group would do. You know what? I like it. Make me a strength roll. So here's the deal I'm going to make with you, okay? If you pass this strength roll, I will half the damage Benedict takes.
Okay.
I will half it. And I will give you a full contingent and no opportunity to avoid it.
All right.
How does
You
that
got any
sound?
jokins?
No jokins.
You could always push. Look. I mean, it only works well.
All right, I'm going to push if this fails.
That's bad luck.
All right, strength. Let's go. Let's go. Success. 51 under 75.
All right.
Yes!
Hank.
Oh wait, but I didn't tell you what you were going to get if you succeeded, or if you. I said if you succeeded, you half the damage.
Zero.
Yeah,
I think-
you have
did
his
you guys hear
damage.
0 damage.
Did I hear? You had 0
Everybody's
damage?
safe. We find Abigail.
Well, I assume this is just to half his damage,
Okay.
you know.
Yes, you. So you grab him. You are either shielding him with your body, or maybe you sweep him up and in your arms in a moment. And you, keep in mind, you guys are in free fall, like so. You're even kind of floating off the boat. Maybe you just snatch his ass up, and you're just about to take this fall on the chin, and he is going to have the benefit of the cushion of your body to prevent him from taking all the damage that he really deserves. Okay, I think we can all agree.
I
just say it.
He did his best.
Did he?
He pushed for us. We're gonna push.
Somebody got
We're gonna
2
push for him.
crits early. I got 4 power failures.
You know what, Brad? Why don't you push to see if you can fail this roll, actually? You don't always have to push for success. I'm just going to let you know. Okay, so Boos. So it appears that Hank has snatched up Benedict. And does Hank say anything to Boos as he does this?
He says, "If I survive this, I'm the leader."
Boos. What does Boos do?
Boos wraps his arms around Hank, wrapping his arms. Is that too ridiculous?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Hank, a tear forms from his eye. He says, "I haven't been hugged in a long time."
Long time.
Too real.
Too early.
No. Boos is he's gonna go with the athletics and do the first option. Try to jump out.
Okay.
I think anything else would be Looney Tunes.
Okay. So let's see what you got.
Okay, roll in athletics. Oh fuck! Failure. 69. I mean, nice, but fuck.
Do you want to push?
Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna push for sure.
All right.
D4.
Yep, let's see how much willpower you burn. 1
That'll
willpower.
be 1.
Nice.
So I get to roll athletics again.
Don't mess it up.
We've been doing so well.
So well.
That's a failure.
1 point
That's
away.
1 point over. Yeah, it's meant to be.
The story just writes itself.
Yeah, it
This is
really
not
seems like
great.
it's going one way.
Not our best chapter.
Nope.
Not your best chapter. All right. So, here's what's going to happen. Busiek, you did a critical fail there. We're treating that as a critical fail because you did the push.
Right.
You're going to take a little more damage than Hank is going to take. Okay? I need you to roll a d10.
Okay.
Let's see how we do here.
Oh, my God.
My God.
That is great.
Busiek, as you're falling, like I don't even like what is it, a pillow factory? Like what's
Furbies.
going on? Like it's the Furbies. You fall on a mountain of mechanical Furbies and they all crush you. And the thing is
I was
that
gonna,
go ahead.
like, he's canonically got a bad back. It's why his dex is bad. So, like, he tried to jump out of the boat and his back was bothering him, which is why he failed. And then as he, like, lands on the pile of Furbies, it just, like, clicks into place. And
He's like, oh, yeah. He's at first he's like, oh, and he's like,
better.
oh,
wow.
oh.
Actually, kind of feels a little bit better.
And as you turn and look one of these Furbies in the eye, you feel like it gave itself willingly for you.
Furby is the real hero.
I don't like this. Eat me.
Misa, love you.
Wait, is that a Jar Jar Binks Furby?
Wait,
The most horrific abomination.
Do they not say Misa? I don't remember.
Not so much.
Let's talk about Hank and Benedict. Brad,
Okay.
please roll me a d6.
5.
Okay. Now, traditionally, we always round down. And we're going to round down here, too. Benedict takes 2 damage.
That's an even number, so that's a 1.
So, pardon me, because Benedict has an unnatural biology. He's going to take 1 instead. So yes, Benedict is going to take that. Did we just lose Sean?
Yes, you did for a moment. I'm
we
back.
have him. We have him. Yes.
What am I rolling?
No, you're not rolling anything. You took 2 damage.
Oh,
Good news.
Okay.
Hank takes 5.
that's great news.
Where's that leave Hank?
Oh, that's bad news.
At 5. HP.
So you don't talk about like a superhero moment. Busiek, you come down on this pile of Furbies, and you look up and you see like Hank with Benedict in his arms come down back first and just skaboom! Just and like maybe he like there's like a
No
there's like a
Furbies.
shop front and like some tables or like it looks like he might have collided with some type of makeshift barricade. It looks like it was made of like wooden boxes and stuff like that. And he just skaboom right in the middle of it, and the dust goes up. And then the boat lands between you, just blam, and it just burst into pieces.
Rollo.
Rollo, no. And there is a moment where, it's easier for Busiek to get up. He only took 1 damage out of 10. And Busiek, you come to your feet, and you hear a groaning from inside the debris where Hank fell.
Yeah, he runs over with a spryness that he didn't have before.
It's kind of nice.
And I want to do once he finds out that they're not dead, I want to do a first aid on both of them if I can.
Absolutely, yeah. Hank, all of a sudden Busiek is there, and he's ready to go. He's like, he immediately starts tending to your wounds.
Fuck.
Hank
He's just
says, next time we go with my plan.
Which was
This
what?
my plan?
Wait a second.
Shut the fuck up. Let me heal you. All right, big dog. You did good. I gotta give it to you. You did good.
You did good.
And rolling a first aid, and that's a success for Hank.
All right. Let me take a look here.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a d4, Hank, for the amount of damage you heal. 1.
1.
Okay.
Well,
And then
Yeah.
and then you're going to see to Benedict as well.
nah, that'll be alright.
Okay. So moving on.
Alright, first aid, crit. Crit
Yes!
on Benedict.
Unless I am mistaken, roll a d4, Benedict. Roll a d4, Jean. Let's see what you get.
4.
That's a 4.
Awesome. Amazing.
Fucking awesome.
Page
Double it.
55 of the player's handbook. Stabilizing a wounded character with a successful first aid immediately heals 1d4. A critical success doubles the amount healed.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
What?
That's some good field medicine.
You know,
So I get
he takes
8.
you over and he slams you down to the bed of Furbies, and your back as well seems to just,
I got a fucking magical pile of Furbies over here. Just
But the thing is like, he starts, maybe even in this pile, this debris that you've fallen in, maybe, like Busiak, you're like, holy shit, like there's you see this green bag, this green canvas sack, and it has a big red cross on the front of it.
that's what you want to look for.
Right. And you see it and you flip it open and it is completely full of medical equipment, of medical first aid gear. And you have to burn through it all. But the wording on it is all written in this language you've never seen before, and you start patching Benedict up. Benedict, what is your hit points at now? All right, we lost him again momentarily.
And Boost cradles his head and he's like, I've remade you. I've rebuilt you stronger.
Stronger.
You are
better.
mine. Benedict Stein.
Say nothing if you agree.
Ah.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is. All right. Yeah, so that brings old Benedict back up to 11 out of 13 points. Holy shit. Like, what a well-timed critical success. And as you guys are standing here, and but the problem is Benedict is still unresponsive. He's
You don't say.
though you have whoops, we lost him. One moment. Let me get this fixed here. Yeah. Though Benedict is still unconscious, you guys begin to look around at what is around you, and you see that while this street too appears to have seen better days, you hear something familiar in the background, far, far away. The thudding and thundering of distant artillery. Maybe even as even with Benedict here still unconscious, so miraculously healed at just the right moment, you hear, and maybe even in the darkness of the skyline, you see flashes of light. The last time you saw this, I will remind you, was through a window of the Dorchester facility when you were trapped in the night world. You hear the telltale signs of explosions in the far distance. Maybe you can even barely make out the shout of someone as you hear gunfire. And you remember tales that maybe Benji had told you to. Tales of a war in Carcosa. But above everything, you look up at the lake that you came from to see that it is now no longer water, no longer fog, no longer any of that. You look directly up, and see that while the skyline is a mirror image of the ruined Yathil that you left above, you see that the sky itself is now an infinite star field, except the stars are dark and the sky is light. But it seems to shed no light on the dark streets. And above everything else, dwarfing the rest of the city skyline, is a massive, bulbed top. You guys know, like, the top of the Kremlin? You know, like those, like, bulb-type towers in Eastern Europe?
Mm-hmm.
Above everything is this massive, bulb-shaped palace tower that is dazzled in light in the far, far distance. And all around it, suspended all around it, are World War II barrage balloons. As you see a plane chasing another plane mid-dogfight through the air. Explosions, guns in the far distance. As you guys have entered the secret city of Yathil, a reflection of itself above. And at this point in time, gentlemen, I don't think it has to be said, but I'll say it anyway. The only way out is through.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
And that, my friends, is probably a good place for us to wrap this one up.
Nice
That was a
job.
roller coaster.
That was.
That was better than a roller coaster.
It was like a roller coaster that is just falling. You know, just like
That doesn't stop.
a roller coaster that just keeps coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And yet you guys have made another transition. I'm sure next time you guys will beat the king and become rock stars and everything's going to be great.
It reminds
And
me
so,
of when you described like the white sky and the dark stars. It's like that Fade Roth's planet in Dune Part 2.
In Dune, yeah, with the fireworks
Yeah,
that are
it's-
black on a
yeah,
white
yeah,
sky.
it's like they're under the dark sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very similar.
Well, Benedict feels better than he's ever felt in a long time, aside from being very unconscious.
Except for the extreme unconsciousness of him.
But feeling great.
Besides that. Yeah.
See, you just need to get knocked on the head.
Yeah.
That's
Easy
it.
peasy.
It's like
take a
tapping a solenoid with a hammer.
You just give it just a little bit of love, a little bit of percussive maintenance. That's what Benedict has
Percussive
needed
maintenance.
all this time. Guys, thank you so much for joining.
That was heroic.
It was heroic. It felt
Yeah.
heroic. And you know what? You know, Brad,
Joking?
I'm joking. It's coming.
now that you've
see it
said
on his
it
face.
with that look on your face,
Oh,
No,
you
you
stole
can't
his
take it back.
thunder. You can't be needy.
you can't be needy. Now it feels dirty.
Well, now it feels dirty when you say it like that.
Yeah, that was a different
Take
I'm
a
sorry, I
joking,
just-
you
what I
son of a
meant is-
bitch.
Thank you.
That was fantastic.
That was extremely good. What a hero. What a hero. And a leader I think we can all respect.
The irony,
The irony of it
is
all.
that Benedict is not gonna know what happened. Like, that's just gonna be a story that Hank tells him, and Bootjack may
You're
or may
just gonna
not
wake up
corroborate
eventually
the story.
feeling like $1 million and just be like, wow, I feel great, guys. And Hank's over here, oh.
Thanks, Bootjack.
Yeah, thanks.
Lucy, came up to Hank, he's like, and then he's like, fix Benedict. So Hank's just like lying on the ground in his own blood, and they're
Like
like,
Hank like reaches out weakly for like a bandage, and Busiek slaps his hand.
No.
No,
Sorry, old timer. You got one foot in the grave. Ain't nothing I can do.
no time for you, man. Oh man! All right, guys. Hey, listen, I do
Fun
want to
stuff.
mention real quick. By the time this goes out to the public forum, we should have officially released the character art that was done by our wonderful KT, who is working with us. Fantastic artist, and we actually had some folks, I believe it was both Rachel and Nathan both had commented, on the Patreon talking about how good. Rachel had said, y'all were talking about how good it was, but I was not prepared. Incredible work, KT.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Good job.
I mean, this is my personal favorite thus far.
Right.
The Busiek. Joe just showed us a sneak peek of it earlier.
Yeah, we
and
did get a sneak peek of Busiek.
It's fucking awesome. I want to print it out and frame it and hang it on my wall.
It's incredible. They're all incredible. Busiek is good too. Nathan had also said these look great. These look amazing. Great job, KT. We're just gonna keep.
Way to go, KT.
We're just gonna keep singing KT's praises. But yeah, guys, you're killing it.
Same to you, man.
And
back at you, man.
Thanks,
And by
Joe.
it,
Two
I mean
great episodes.
Benedict. You're killing Benedict bit by bit.
I'm killing everyone.
But yeah, everyone listening or watching, you want to get these a week early and whatnot, head over to Patreon. You get the sanity checks and whatnot. You know the drill. But besides that, guys, again, excellent job. And I believe that it does it for us. Everyone listening or watching, we'll catch you next time. And remember, please, stay safe and stay sane. Bye.